Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 1 of Return to Yharnam. The best way to watch this is actually to watch it in conjunction with my Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin playthrough, Return to Dragon Lake. So watch my first episode of Dark Souls 2, Return to Dragon Lake, then watch this, and then alternate in that order. 1 on Dark Souls 2 end, then 1 on Bloodborne, 2 on Dark Souls 2 ends, 2 on Bloodborne, if that makes any sense. I'll create a playlist for it so it will make sense in the end. This is Bloodborne. It is available for the PlayStation 4 and the Wii U. Just kidding about the Wii U. Alright, let's go ahead and name this character... No, you know what? I'm doing a male character in the other game, so this character will do female. How about this very common name that you've seen all the time, everywhere, obviously. There we go. Shalmei. And we're going to change this character to a female. Young is fine. And we're going to go with, I think, military veteran. I think military veteran is what I normally choose. Alright, that should be good. I don't care about appearance. Finish. Alright, today's drink of choice is black coffee hot. Oh yes. It is hot, it is black, and it is coffee, and it is today. Therefore, it's today's drink. It's also a drink. Now, I did talk about having some different topics depending on what I feel like talking about for each episode. And one thing that I've talked about in some of my live streams that people have asked a surprising number of questions about. Oh, wow. Sorry, I always have to comment on this, but I'm going to have to get used to 30 frames per second. I am already seeing the difference from 30 to 60. In this case, it's 30 at best. Wow, from Dark Souls 2, this is... Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll get used to it. It's just hard at first, hard on the eyes. But a lot of people have been asking about my workout routine and what I eat and whatnot, because I did lose, I would say, hang on, somewhere, I don't know, 30, maybe 35 pounds of fat. And then I gained, it's hard to say exactly, I don't have an exact measurement system in place, but I gained maybe like, I would say 7-8 pounds of muscle. This guy always seems to notice. Always seems to notice you no matter what. Oh shoot. I have to remember what the controls are. Oh shoot. I'm already about to die. Got him. And, oh yes. That's what I'm talking about. If you can get that hit on him right there, you are golden pretty much at that point. It's pretty much a one-shot kill. He's been one-shotted. Alright. That's good though, because I don't like dying right there. It's not a fun place to die. I do appreciate that they don't give you a weapon that they intend for you to be somewhat helpless. But anyway, yeah. So I would say, I would estimate maybe 8 pounds of muscle I put on, because there is a very visible difference. Now, like I said, I have no way to know for sure. But if you look at someone who's even just put on 5 pounds of muscle, if they're not a huge individual in the first place, like they're not really fat, basically, you can tell. Even just 5 pounds of muscle on the average size person, you're gonna notice. You're gonna notice 5 pounds of muscle if you regularly see them. So, the only catch is a lot of people don't have a good idea how much muscle or fat they lose if they're not really tracking it. If they see themselves like every day and evaluate themselves on a regular basis, constantly looking in the mirror, because in that case, I keep hitting the button to hold up my shield. This is going to be difficult. I am going to have to adjust to the difference between Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne. Oh, I got another one. I got another one. Look at that, guys. Somebody did a challenge where they tried to go through as much of the game as they could without dying, without getting a weapon. I forgot who it was, but somebody did it. I'm going to try to draw this guy back without his buddy over there. Alright, come here. Is that his arm? Oh, that is his arm. His arm is like broken and it's just hanging down. Okay. I never noticed that before. I guess I never paid attention. Oh, darn it. Whew. I'm having some good fortunes with getting people with the backstabs. Well, they're not really backstabs in this game, they're criticals. Critical! I think every time you get a critical on an enemy in this game, it should go critical. And then we'll just call it the Street Fighter version. No, I don't have it, I don't have it. I knew he was going to turn around too soon. I got it. Oh yeah, there we go. That's excellent. So what did I do? Well, number one, the most important thing I did is I changed my diet. I believe that losing fat is 90% diet, 90% nutrition, and 10% everything else. That's honestly what I believe. Now, whether you get fat in the first place and how fat you get, I think has a lot to do with genetics, you know, your body type. A lot of and we've seen this, you know, we know, everyone knows a guy, or at least one guy, everyone knows at least one guy who can pretty much eat as much as he wants. Almost seems like he can eat an unlimited supply of food, and yet doesn't seem to really budge. Like, it seems like his weight doesn't budge. He's just whatever he is. And we've all known people, especially when we were younger, when they were younger, obviously, who could eat, you know, they'd go to McDonald's and they get a Big Mac meal, and they get another Big Mac on top of that, and then they get some ice cream, and then they get some nuggets on the side, and they would eat all of this and be skinny as a pole. And they would eat and eat and eat and just be super skinny all the time. Well, those types of people, I believe, just have the good genetics for that. And that does change for most people. For most people, their genetics don't literally change. I mean, oh wow, this is always the toughest decision. Oh, I didn't think about this ahead of time. I meant to think about this ahead of time. I really did. Okay, let's see. The easiest way to do it is Hunter Axe. The hardest is Threaded Cane by far. I think that's the challenge weapon. That's also significantly lower on damage. However, the saw cleaver is kind of like the most fun, in my opinion, in some ways. Hunter Axe or saw cleaver? It's really going to be between these two. And it's really going to be... let's see. Saw cleaver, 8 on strength, 7 on skill, 9 on strength, 8 on skill. For a requirement. Both have D and E, so that's pretty much identical between the two of them. Oh dear, which one? Which one? I could do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. But you know what? Last time I played this, I used the Hunter's Axe, so you know. And in this case, I typically use the blunderbuss because I think I have better luck with that up close. Although I'm not sure there's a huge difference between them. And the Notebook. The Notebook. The movie. The game. Alright. And he fades away. Alright. So this is where we're at. We've got weapons. We've got weapons, my friends. Delicious, amazing weapons. Okay, enough meddling, fooling around. Let's get to Central Yharnam. So, you know, if you're not one of those fortunate people and you're gaining weight, you know, for me, what I did, my big strategy was watch my nutrition, watch my diet, watch what I ate. And I wasn't watching what I was eating for quite a while. And it just caught up to me so slowly and over such a long period of time that I didn't notice as much. Until one day I just kind of looked in the mirror and was like, you know what, I'm kind of a little bit chubby now. At least compared to what I was. I don't think, you know, no one ever called me fat. I've never been called that in my life. So I suppose, you know, I was better off than a lot of people. But, you know, I just am not the type of person where I want to be out of shape or I want to be big or, you know, anything like that. So I went ahead and changed things up. Oh crap! Okay, this is gonna be tough to get used to. You know, the button combinations are different from Dark Souls 2. Playing these games back to back, and really alternating episodes too. It's not like I just play one all the way through and then one all the way through. I'm gonna be alternating here, so I'm gonna have to keep getting used to it. I love this saw cleaver. It's really fun to use. I don't think, in terms of ease of use, it's not as easy and as convenient to use as the Hunter's Axe, but we picked it, so we're going to use it. You might hear some dogs barking. That would be the dogs barking. Yes, the dogs barking are barking dogs. Alright. Let's sneak behind here. So, okay, so let's get down to it. What did I change about my diet, though? I could easily say I just changed my diet. Well, there are 100,000 different ways people think that you should do a diet or eat or whatnot. To me, it wasn't... I'm not dieting. I changed the way I eat. I don't plan to ever go back to the way I was eating, which wasn't horrendous, mind you. It just wasn't good. I plan on trying to eat this way on a pretty much permanent basis. Oh dear, that didn't do much. Oh crap. Oh, he was blocking, thank goodness. I was about to say. Oh. I don't know why I fight this guy. He's rarely ever worth it. Oh shoot. I missed. Hang on, before we get into any serious conversation here. Man, this guy loves blocking, doesn't he? There we go. And got almost all of my health back. Lovely. Lovely. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay. That was very good. You know what? I'm very satisfied with that. So for me, I just started eating more natural foods, like whole foods, natural foods, foods that are not processed. They're not like refined carbs and sugars and all that crap. I don't worry about fat at all. I eat as much fat as I want. I do consume fats like avocados and whole eggs with the yolk and all that stuff. Definitely very important because it, you know, I did a ton of research on health. I read a bunch of books. And one thing I found out that is shocking is that... I keep hitting the wrong button. I'm just wasting these blood vials. I found something quite shocking. Most doctors have little or no training in nutrition. In fact, one of them, on one of the videos I watched, he's a medical doctor, an MD, not just like a PhD in some other field. He said that where he went, there was no requirement for taking any sort of nutritional course or training. I don't know how common that is. I don't know if there are any doctors here, people in medical school who can say otherwise. But I've read that from several sources. And I also know that doctors do typically give advice that the nutritional advice they give can be like a couple decades old at times. Like, you know, the old-fashioned eat a bunch of carbs, decrease your fat, all that stuff that we now know is no longer valid. You know, I never used to really talk to these guys at these doors. I missed them my entire first playthrough. Most of them, I think. But me, I don't worry about fats at all. I eat them. I definitely consume fats. I think they're important. I think it's helpful. I think avoiding fat is bad for you. What I do avoid, for the most part, are carbs. Now, I'm a big fan of the ketogenic diet, which is basically super low carb, almost to the point of no carb, but I will say that I don't think that's what you have to do. Now, that's the best way to lose fat, in my opinion. It has a lot of advantages, but, oh crap, oh shoot, I can't believe I didn't get hit. But, I don't believe it's absolutely necessary, to go full no carb. There we go. Oh, I hit the wrong button again. I gotta stop doing that. Okay, eventually I'll get used to this. Eventually. Eventually. Now, if you want to go full keto, totally down for that. I think you'll get great results, basically eliminating carbs from your diet. But what I'm doing now is I stick to more whole, natural carbs. I did not see that guy at all. He came out of nowhere. I'm lucky I started walking back. That's the only reason I dodged him. Or his attack, rather. Like, the things I eat would be oatmeal. Fruit. Some vegetables that actually do have carbs in them, like potatoes, sweet potatoes, things like that. I do eat those now. And I'm having great success so far. I do have a little bit extra fat on me that I'd like to get rid of. I am not cutting. I'm not in the, you know, cutting phase, as the gym bro science people say. I'm not in the point where I'm trying to get down to, like, you know, 3% body fat, something like that. I do have some body fat on me, obviously. I don't have an accurate scale to measure that, so I would like that. I have a scale to measure just weight, but it doesn't tell you, you know, percentage of muscle and fat. Gosh darn it. He got me. Well, I gained most of my health back. By the way, even after you kill an enemy, as long as they're not on the ground, you can continue to swing at their body and continue to restore your health. And that's important to note, because if you're trying to rally up your health and you've already killed the enemy, don't stop just because they're dead. You can keep hitting them even after they're dead to keep rallying up your health, which is useful in many cases. You can actually make effective use of that to restore health beyond what you would normally if you stopped the moment you actually killed them. Oh yeah. Whenever I get here, I always feel like I can grab that item through the gate, but obviously you can't. I like the blood effect. I didn't actually notice it all that much when I first started playing the game, because yeah, you know, you were watching enemies. I wasn't really looking at my own character very much. I'm also trying to play through Neo to a certain degree, and Neo the button to dodge and the run button are the exact opposite of the Souls games and of Bloodborne, so that's throwing me off a little too. I gotta remember what the dodge is, the roll, and all that stuff in this game. It's not the same as Neo, obviously. It's the exact opposite. Oh, of course he'd have something. Okay, here we go. Blood vial. Blood vial. Oh, crap. Alright, let's try this way. So I eliminated all the junk, basically. Nothing refined, nothing processed. For the most part, nothing. Eliminate nearly all sources of added sugars. Like, nothing with sugar added to it. I don't do fruit juice. Occasionally I might do like pomegranate juice because of the benefits of it, but I prefer to actually eat the pomegranate. The only juice that I do right now, well, there are a couple that I would recommend, like, you know, stuff like celery, cucumber, all that's good because there's barely any sugar. But also beet juice. Beet juice is huge in the benefits in terms of being a precursor to nitric oxide. I think it's called nitric oxide, NO2. I believe that's what it's called. If I'm wrong, correct me, guys. And I've enjoyed incredible success. I don't really limit how much I eat. I don't worry about that. I don't ever count calories. It's a waste of time. The most controversial thing I believe about health is something that I believe is firmly grounded in the science, which is not recognized by most people in the health field because it's a new thing. And it contradicts what's currently believed. Anything that contradicts a currently long-held belief. Oh, I hit the wrong button for dodge. I hit the wrong dodge button. Darn it, that was my fault. Yeah, I hit the wrong button. I was in Neo mode there. You know, you get reflexive at a point. You know, you're using your reflexes, and you just kind of default to what you know. And in that case, I defaulted to the controls for Neo. Oh, yes. Dead. Yes, that belief that I'm discussing is the belief that calories don't matter. And I could explain that in great detail. Man, I could take this entire episode to explain why. And I think if I were able to give you all the science, take you through it, I think pretty much everyone by the end of this would... I think I could convince at least 50% of skeptics to agree with me on it. If not more than 50% of the skeptics. And the reason I say that is because you have to look at what calories are and then look at how we talk about them. And if you do that, you'll realize real quick what the problem is. Oh, I didn't mean to switch targets there. You see, calories don't actually really physically exist. Calories don't exist any more than, say, an inch or a kilogram exists. You can't say, for example, can you hold a kilogram in your hand? Can you touch it? Well, no. You can hold a kilogram of powder of some kind. You could hold a kilogram of sugar, which you should never eat. You could hold, you know, a ruler, which measures out to 12 inches approximately. It's got some extra on the sides, obviously. But, you know, you couldn't, like, hold an inch or touch an inch or manipulate an inch because it's a man-made measurement. It's not a physical thing. It doesn't actually exist. You know, you can't work with it, so to speak. Calories are the same way. People think that food has calories in it. It doesn't. Food is measured in calories because the calorie is a unit of heat measurement. And the one thing I can tell you right now, our body does not operate on units of heat measurement. That's not how the body works. So in my opinion, the calorie is the most useless and just idiotic thing. It has no significance whatsoever for nutritional purposes and doesn't tell you anything useful about food. It's my opinion. Most of the experts would tell me I'm wrong, but then again, they're the ones holding on to a long-held belief, and in my opinion, not really looking at the new science that's out there and all the new stuff, and kind of the new way of thinking that is more accurate. In my opinion, people that think that calorie counts matter are the same as people that, you know, try to drain your blood when you're sick, or, you know, try to cast out the demons when you're sick. You know, these are people that are following an old mindset that, you know, it made sense to them. Everyone believed it. Everyone was sure it was the thing, but, you know, we now know is not valid. I know it's a harsh thing to say, but, you know, it is what it is. So anyway, yes, I completely ignore calories. In fact, I can tell you right now that I did my own experiment. I was losing a bunch of weight. I was losing significantly more weight than what they say you should, like the 2 pounds per week is a safe thing, they say. Really, to me, I think what's safe depends on your body, how much weight you need to lose, how healthy you are otherwise, other than your weight. So I was losing probably around 5 pounds a week or so. Some weeks a little more, some weeks a little less. And I never worried about calorie counts. In fact, for a couple weeks straight, I started intentionally consuming an extra, what would be considered, quote, 2,000 calories, unquote. You can't consume calories, by the way. I mean, I'm using the language that's popular. We say eat calories, consume. You can't consume a calorie. You consume a calorie in the same way that you travel a mile. I mean, your car doesn't, you know, your car doesn't consume miles. Your car just runs. But we look at, you know, there's certain things we look at that we just traditionally looked at. And I think if you think about calories in the same way you think about, like, miles, not thinking about, well, how many calories does this food have in it? It doesn't. None, because, you know, that's not how it works. But I added 1,500, 2,000 calories, and I was continuing to lose weight at the same pace. It really didn't change anything. But it was all natural food. It was all stuff that wasn't processed and refined. I do eat some what you might consider processed meats, but I try to make sure they don't have any sugar in them. If they do, they have very, very, very minimal amounts. Even a minimal amount, in my opinion, is bad, though. I think this guy's programmed to always turn around when you get close. It seems that you just cannot sneak up on him. I may be wrong, but I've never managed to sneak up on him. Oh crap, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. The first time I took a hit, I was like, yep, I'm gonna die here. Oh well. First death in the first episode. I still feel like this game has a slight delay on the controls, which really sucks considering how fast-paced it is. But what are you gonna do? Delayed controls. Alright. Whew. Well, we got to get back to where we were. That is one of the bummers about this game, though, is running back to where you were isn't necessarily fun most of the time. I understand the idea that, obviously, you know, you got to challenge the player in some way. You can't just let them coast through the game. But when I put down games like Souls-like games, for example, like Neo, if I'm going to put Neo down, it's after I die and realize I have to go through a long segment all over again. That's when I kind of put the game down and go, okay, we're done with this for a while. Ooh, got to get used to the dodge being on the other button from Neo. There we go. Here comes the group. That's a dangerous group right there because of how many of them there are. Alright, let's extend the saw cleaver. I wonder if I can hit him down there. Probably not. But I can hit him right there. Yeah, one shot. One shot that beast. Oh yeah, here we go. Having better luck than last time. Unfortunately, I'm having very bad luck when it comes to them dropping blood vials. They don't seem to want to drop me any blood vials, do they? By the way, you cannot lock onto this guy until after you've aggroed him. So, kudos to FromSoft for making that guy harder to spot. There are a lot of semi-hidden enemies, but all you have to do is when you walk into an area, just spam the lock-on, click your lock-on button, and you'll lock on to enemies, and then it'll kind of give them away, so to speak. That's a lot of enemies. I'm sure people have probably just run in there, guns blazing, literally and figuratively, and figured, you know what, we'll just wing it. That should take care of 2 of them. Oh, wow, all 3. Nice. Triple kill. What if we added Halo sound effects to it? Double kill. Triple kill. Go overboard. Okay. You know what? Can we sneak up? Oh, shoot. I saw that guy shooting right as I got hit in the face. Oh, crap. Okay, I wanted to get rid of him so I wouldn't have to worry about getting shot anymore. Now it's time for this guy. Oh, I missed. It's really easy to misjudge the distance on weapons in this game. Really easy. Someone's gonna come up behind me, I can just feel it. Oh, crap. That fire attack right there is the one that usually gets me. It's really hard to gauge when it's coming because it's just so fast. Oh yes, blood vials, that's what I'm talking about. Blood vials, blood vials. Oh crap. Oh come on, he stabbed me right through it. That's not fair. I rallied most of my health back on that. Oh my gosh. I need to pay attention. Still hitting the wrong button for dodge, by the way. There we go. Okay, are we done for the moment? Are we done, people? Okay, I think we're done for the moment. Alright. Pushing forward. We're not going to worry about those little crow raven doohickeys. But we are going to worry about this. Blood echoes retrieved. Okay. It's also hard for me to gauge how far his attack is. That brick attack is actually a little further than it looks. Oh crap, I thought I had him on that one. My bad. What? He survived another hit after that? You're kidding me. I thought he had like a fraction of the health. Like a little tiny sliver. Well, I'm not dead, so I guess in the end it all worked out. So yeah, that's what I did with my nutrition end of things. You know, I do eat some stuff that it's not a paleo diet. It's not a full keto diet like I've explained, but more natural, more fruits and vegetables, lots of meat, steak and chicken and pork and all that stuff is in, bacon, full eggs with the yolk, all that stuff. Like I said, all the sugars and all that crap, definitely avoid that. In fact, the more you weigh and the more weight you need to lose, the less emphasis you should put on fruits, because those have a high amount of sugar, which can, I believe, according to the science that I've read, can lead to weight gain or keeping the weight on. As for my lifting, oh crap, wow, I got lucky. He just totally missed me. He should have gotten me. He just flat out missed. Failure on the doggy's part. Come on, dog, notice me. Notice me, dog. Wow. What an oblivious dog. The two humanoids noticed me before the dog did. No, 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 no. Do not want you backing up right now. Oh yeah, that worked out. That worked out. Little R1 spam. This game actually does encourage a little more of the spam, but, you know, for good reason. Like with the rally mechanic and all that jazz. So you really just want to get in there and be aggressive instead of hanging back. So you got to kind of retrain yourself. Break those bad Souls habits that are, well, bad for this game. Not bad for the other Souls games. Those are good for the other Souls games. They work there most of the time. Dark Souls 3, on the other hand, oh, it's like they're trying to encourage you to play more like Bloodborne, but not structuring the game like Bloodborne. One of the deep flaws with the game, in my opinion. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I think it would have been a much better game had they made an important decision whether they wanted another Bloodborne or whether they wanted another Souls game, because you can definitely tell Dark Souls 3 is the most Soulsborne of Soulsborne. It is, you know, it's some Bloodborne and some Souls. Kind of a mishmash that works in many ways and in other ways doesn't. Alright. Let's get these goodies without falling off the ledge. Ah, there's still some people down there that are trying to get to me. Good luck. I don't think we'll make it to a boss. Oh, shoot. Oh, crap. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe that happened. Ah. We didn't even make it. Oh, we didn't make it. That's really disappointing. If I were not recording this, I would be done with the playthrough. I would put it down and might not return at this point in my gaming career. I just really hate retreading the same ground over and over. Not so bad if you're familiar with the game, but did I miss the shortcut, or did I just not make it to it? This is brutal. Well, at least we have a chance to get more blood vials. I'm about ready to go back and upgrade this weapon at the rate we're going. You know what? I'm going to try something I probably shouldn't try. We're going to find out how this goes. I could end up regretting this a lot. We'll see how far these guys follow me, huh? Okay, I don't want to go too much further if I got a band of, 20 enemies following me. So let's hold position for just a minute. I don't see anyone, actually. I think we made it. Yeah, that's on the other side. I knew that. I knew that. Okay. Oh. Got somebody's attention, don't I? Got him. Just barely, right on the tip of the weapon's range. Right on the edge of the weapon's range. dogs in these games, man. Dogs in Demon Souls were brutal, and they are in this game too. Oh, he just about got me. Whew. Oh, crap. Let's see if we can use this well to our advantage here. Oh, that worked. That worked. Oh, so for my lifting, well, basically, I've gone through a series of different things. I believe people are at various different stages can do different things. So a lot of people will look at these pro bodybuilders and be like, hey, what are you doing? What's your routine look like? And all I can think is, this guy's been lifting weights and bodybuilding for, 7 years. So maybe you should kind of get a better idea of where you should start versus taking the routine of somebody who's basically an expert, advanced. And I do think there is a difference. Like, some people think, well, there's one best routine for everyone. I think the best routine is the one that meets you where you're at and helps you achieve the goals that you have. So for me, I just started with a very simple program that did 5 big compound lifts. You got your, I'm trying to remember what the 5 were. It's been a while since I've done it. Squats, deadlifts, bench press. What were the other 2? I think one was bent over rows, maybe? Or no, power cleans. And what was the other one? Squats, bench, deadlift, power cleans, military press. And that's all I did for a while. And yeah, I got some results out of that for sure. But now I'm at a point where, I need a more advanced program where I'm doing more, I'm working more muscles, because when you're first starting out, just doing the big compound lifts gives you tons of advantages. You get your newbie gains, you get lots of muscle faster because your body is not used to it, you're new to the whole thing. And you can really profit from simple compound movements before you get to the point where you move on to more advanced movements. So I definitely think that's the way to start. Find a program that does just a small number of compound movements, 3 times a week, a break in between each day, and then a 2-day kind of weekend off for recuperation. Make sure you get enough sleep and all that. Eat all your stuff. And of course, I consume protein before and after, as well as a few supplements, but I don't think supplements are really that important. Other than protein and maybe creatine. There's a lot of science behind that. I didn't realize it, but there actually appear to be more studies on the efficacy of creatine than there is or are on vitamin C. I can't believe I walked right into that. Shoot! What did I just do? I have no idea what I just did. Whatever it was stupid, obviously. Little R1 spam in the end. Won the day. Why not, right? At least these guys seem to pretty much always drop something good. Either a blood shard, which is what I want right now, or a blood vial, which I can always use. It's always good to stack up more of those things. When I hit absolute max, that's the only point at which I don't need more. Like absolute max. Max on my character and max in storage. Okay, that guy's got some incredible distance and range, rather. He's got some incredible range on that weapon, especially with a handful of the moves that he can do with it. I mean, it's got insane range. Do I want to drop down there? Eventually, yes. Let's see. Did I get all the items up here? There's no way to know, but I will drop down there. That always happens. I don't get it. Like, I feel like I'm solidly above it. I'm going to join some of the other Souls content creators in saying that I think the whole jumping or falling mechanics in these games suck. They're very unreliable, really hard to gauge in terms of both where you're going to land and the amount of damage you'll gain from, or you'll get from it. Oh shoot, shoot, I stopped attacking, I thought I had him. Oil urn? What a useless drop. Useless. Alright, let's put that on. Let's put it on. Let's put it on. Whoops. There we go. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Now we're looking like a hunter. You can really take this to end game, since, you know, the armor doesn't matter all that much. It's pretty much clothing in this game. Saw cleaver. Definitely a good one. Although I gotta tell you, as easy as the saw cleaver is to use, nothing compares to that Hunter's X. In my opinion, of course. Everything. When you're a YouTuber, popular or not, you have to put, in my opinion, or specify that it's your opinion after every opinion that you give, because people will confuse your opinion for you trying to state a fact. Alright, here we go. Oh crap, I hit the wrong button. That's the button in Neo to pick something up. Alright. Let's go this way. I thought there was a ladder over here. Is there not? Is there no ladder? I always forget the fastest way to get back and unlock the shortcut. But you know, if I land... See, that's what happens. When I went up to the edge, it sort of pushed me a little. The game just likes to push you to the side when you're trying to jump off a ledge, and so you end up missing it. And honestly, it's not your fault. It's like the game just kind of shoved you to the side a little. These guys seem to take a lot of hits. Okay, Quicksilver bullets, always useful. But that attack does seem to do some good. Oh yeah. Oh darn it. Oh darn it. Oh come on. Come on now. We're gonna get... this is what we've come to. Did you like that jump attack right there? Oh, I thought he was dead. Oh, I gotta stop thinking these guys are dead. That's why I keep taking so much damage. Making the critical mistake of thinking they're dead. I thought you were dead. Alright. Well, guys, I hate to stop a playthrough in a inconvenient location that doesn't make any sense, but yeah, it looks like we might have to do that. What's down here? It's been so long since I played, I don't even know. Is this where I just came from? Is it? No, it's not. Okay. Oh, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot. Come on now. You know there was almost nothing I could do about that. Oh, look at this guy. He's out for blood. Oh crap, see I told you they got incredible range that you just have no idea. You have no idea. They're still shooting at me out there. And dead, nice. Okay, okay. Not entirely sure where to go exactly. I'm not, you know, it's hard to remember all the details of the level layouts in these games. Okay, that guy didn't see us. I was pretty sure he saw us, but apparently not. This guy we're going to try to get with a nice critical from behind. Critical! Bam! There we go. Excellent. Now, I might get into more detail about exactly what I do that's been working for me in terms of nutrition and diet and exercise and all that, but I can say right now I do a split program, and I work out pretty much every day of the week. I do take a break from time to time, but the one thing I need to get better on is making sure I get enough sleep, because I feel like I'm not always getting enough sleep, and your body does a majority of its muscle repairs while you're sleeping, I've been told. So it would make sense that if you don't get enough sleep, then you're not maximizing your muscle gains. It's easy to think that's all about hitting the gym and working hard, but obviously your body needs to be able to recover from the workout for the workout to be significantly meaningful. Look at that dog barking at the door. I shall save you. There we go. Knock knock. I don't have any advice for you, lady. You gotta come back there when you know of a safe place. Is the shortcut around the corner from here? Is that what this is? Is that what this is? Okay. Well, guys, sorry, we are gonna have to call it here. I'm going overtime. I do want these episodes to be 45 minutes or less. So with that, this has been episode 1 of my Bloodborne playthrough, Return to Yharnam. Thanks for joining me as always. Make sure to follow me in the social media accounts down below, which includes Twitter, Gab, Minds, Facebook, and my main channel, FoxeoGames. Until later, I'll see you guys next time.